All right, so for this episode, I wanted to go over with you guys some evidence, some video evidence that I think suggests that there is animosity growing between the 16 of Nashua and his employee, Poetik Jallah, or as I like to call him now, Jala Flock. What? So the other day, the 16 was on a podcast where he brought up Jallah in conversation to discuss how stupid he is. They're talking about how short and stumpy and hilariously enormous his body is. I don't know why they would do this. So disrespectful. They're just sitting around making fun of him like this. So disrespectful. And they were having just such a great time, just sitting around laughing at Jallah, telling stories about him, laughing at his expense and everything. And I had no issue with this, but I do believe that Jallah is actually infuriated about this. I mean, Jallah is allegedly newly single. He's been flexing his car, his brick of $20 bills all over Instagram. He's thinking that people are going to see this and start considering him to be a major public figure on the rise. And so he wants to break through. He wants to be respected. He wants to become a celebrity. And so he's getting serious, and then he turns around, he's got the most pathetic individual the internet may have ever seen sitting around taking a loose dump all over his public image. I mean, just imagine how shitty you would have to be to shamelessly continue working for someone who talks about you like this. Let's go ahead and roll this clip. This is the first clip. This is going to be the 16 talking about Jallah's fight that he's got coming up with ODM Slim. So quick story on that. We all know at this point that Jallah hates ODM Slim because ODM Slim makes videos about Jallah, and then Jallah pretended he didn't know who ODM Slim was, and then they started arguing online, just going back and forth with each other. And so somewhere along the line, I guess Jallah challenged ODM Slim to a fight, okay, mutual combat, okay, a fade. He called him out for a fade, and the 16 is going to criticize Jallah for this and make fun of him for it, and I don't know why. Let's roll the clip.
How do you feel about Flakko potentially squabbling ODM Slim down?
I feel like that's an idiot move for Flakko.
Right.
I feel like if he was going to do it, he should do everything but try to start fighting gangbangers and everything.
Yeah, right? That's like the worst idea ever. Right?
Yeah, like.
All right, so the 16 is absolutely shitting on Jallah. For no reason at all. Jallah has only ever always defended the 16, has always taken his side, has always covered for him, has always gone up to bat. And then here's the 16 just like shitting on Jallah, saying that's the worst idea I've ever fucking heard in my life. And Brick Baby's like, I know, cuz of the dead homies, he's a fucking idiot, cuz. And they're just trashing him and just trashing him. And rightfully so. I'm not complaining about this. I'm just wondering what's going on. I'm just trying to investigate this and just go on a fact-finding mission and just try to get down to the bottom of it and just try to make sense of it all, because Jallah is getting shit on right now. And I want to show you a little bit more of this. They're straight up using Jallah for content and laughs at this point, which is extremely low for them. Not for me, but for them, this is so low. Like, what is going on? Like, why can't you? So this next clip is going to be the 16 pretty much lecturing Jallah about what he's doing and stuff like that. And what's funny is that the 16 does pretty much the same thing that he's lecturing against doing by Jallah. So I thought this was interesting. Let's play this clip.
If ODM does get his ass whooped by Flakko, which I have a very hard time imagining, Flakko moved out here and people told him, like, listen, be careful what you talk about in terms of LA street shit. It's in your backyard now. Be a little bit more cautious than you are with Memphis or New York or whatever. I think that, like, what he didn't necessarily internalize from that was, like, also don't challenge them to fistfights. Like, accept your media.
So the 16's literally making fun of Jallah. He's going for laughs. He's literally telling jokes with punchlines at the end. One thing he did not take away is that he should not challenge them to fistfights. And no one laughed. What? And it just bombed as fuck. But my point is that he's like trying to make fun of Jallah's danger. You know what I mean? By making jokes, and his jokes aren't funny at all. Lush didn't even. How hard is it to make Lush burst into laughter?
Hey, transition, Jack like Jess, hard dicks. The Pusky. No, right? No, but like apparently, feel me?
Do you understand? This is how unfunny the 16 is. He's the opposite of funny. He'll actually upset you by trying to be funny. It's so bad that it's actually upsetting. Which is crazy, because anytime anyone is making fun of Jallah, it's fucking hysterical, like hit the floor laughing, hysterical. Which brings us to our next clip. I want to show you guys the back and forth between ODM Slim and Poetik Jallah and how they were going after each other. And I thought this was really funny, so I'll show you guys.
You got a big crib with your knees. Your thighs touch your steering wheel, bitch. You big cribbing though, but your thighs touch your steering wheel. Shut the fuck up. bitch. Hey, Flakko, I'll beat the brakes off you. I will fuck you over. In real life.
Flakko, put that finger gun away.
Over the dead homies. Exactly. I will beat the fuck out of you. I will fuck you in real life. In real life, I will fuck you over. Easy.
Slim, bro.
Put that finger gun away.
Slim,
that part.
You is 40, and your biggest accomplishment is squabbles, nigga. You lost. Like, cut it out.
Yo, dumb as fuck.
So this is what Jala is being made fun of for by many people on the internet. This feud between him and ODM Slim. He would challenge ODM Slim to a fight. ODM Slim would accept, obviously. We don't know much more at this point. There may be some things going on behind the scenes that we're not aware of, but I don't know anything more at this point in time. But this is what he is being criticized by the 16 for. And I want to point something out here that bothers me. Look at everyone else, how they're just like very appropriately framed. Everyone's consistent. They got their head and shoulders in the shot. You can tell that they are shaped like a person. And then look at Jala. Look at how he presents himself. His face is all stuffed up into the frame. He looks like this reminds me of like a Pixar character. This is not the shape of like a person. You know what I mean? Look at everyone else and then Jala. Okay, I got a problem with that. I got a huge problem with that. So this is all true. And I want to say Jala hates ODM Slim so much. Look at his face. Look at the rage in his face. We never see Jala make this face unless he's entered a fit of rage. Okay. I have only seen him make this face when he is overstimulated, when he's overwhelmed with some sort of stimulus, whether it's rage or sexual frustration. I remember vividly the last time I saw Jala make this face was when he was doing the Sexy Red gay dance. When he was being zesty, he made this exact face, and it's very glaring because what's going on? I want to show you that actually. Look at this.
Looking for the Hoochie Daddy. Where the niggas that get ratchet? My son.
So look at that. Look at the clench. Look at the disturbing look on his face. When I saw this, I was frightened. I thought that something was going on. Maybe he was hearing voices or something. Maybe something evil was taking place off camera, like outside the frame. I don't know. But I just wanted to show you this for documentation purposes. Because we never see him make this face unless something truly sick is going on. I mean, this is what he usually, to me anyway, this is all my opinion, but this is what he usually looks like. This is when he's making a point. This is when he's talking. Not this. This is different. So I want to get back to the topic. So I want to play you guys a clip of Jala sending shots back, returning fire to the 16 for these fat jokes. And he's going to do it by way of criticizing the 16 for platforming this guy who loves trains. Look at this.
Already like wrapped up. Now the third time, it just sort of seems like a shit show. Like, right? Like it just came across as why?
Yeah.
Right? Why am I turning on and no jumper and hearing about him sucking a nigga dick? I feel like the gay fantasies, the gay like erotica, right? Like the homosexual. Why do I have to listen to it for a third time? Like, why are we platforming this for a third time?
That was not my decision.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Like, do I feel like...
So this was the day after all those jokes that the 16 and everyone were making at Jala's expense. Now Jala's clapping back. Now he's criticizing the 16 publicly for continuously, over and over again. He has this Jacked with Jess guy on to talk about trains. No one wants to hear it. Usually, 9 times out of 7, E40, 9 times out of 7, Jala would defend the 16's actions on all fronts, no matter how deviated, no matter how disturbed and stupid it was. Jala would always make a video which would always positively reflect the 16, but not this time. This time he is frustrated. He's pissed off, I think, because of the fat jokes. I think Jala feels betrayed. I think that he feels double-crossed in a way. But yeah, so he's slamming Adam22 about this stuff. And I want to mention that a lot of people are pointing out that Jala is stealing point and shoot talking points. I already covered this. I already complained about Jacked with Jess. I already forced Adam22 basically to take the video down off of the banner of the No Jumper channel. I've already done this. And it was a successful video. And that's why I think Jala's starting to steal my talking points. So keep an eye on that. A lot of people have already noticed this. Look at this comment here. One of the top comments says, Flakko got to stop watching point and shoot. He's stealing talking points from him now. So it's quite obvious. And I want to be very clear that I'm not looking for any type of credit for anything. I'm just bringing this up because it's funny, because Jala's channel is not doing good. And I think he's desperately trying to figure out how to stay afloat. And so he's taking a page out of my book, which is totally fine. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. I encourage him to continue doing this because it's funny to me. You can't even mention my name to Jallah without him entering a full body seizure of stuttering. And so this is funny that people are saying this. And I'd also like to show you guys a now deleted Reddit post where in the No Jumper main Reddit, which is controlled by the 16 and others, everyone's saying nice things about point and shoot. And so anytime anyone mentions me anywhere in that universe, deleted. And so it would seem that these people are frightened. I mean, they're threatened by the sheriff. What? And so I did want all of this in the record, and I'm just so happy that I could share all this with you guys. I'm so grateful for that. And so I do want to get back to the issue here, which is Jallah versus the 16. So this is going to be another clip of Jallah just criticizing the 16 openly, and we haven't really seen this before. And this is what a lot of people are telling me. They're saying, Sheriff, I think Jallah's leaving No Jumper. I think he's going to defect against the 16. And at this point, I do consider that a possibility based on what we're going to see in this clip. Look at this clip. This is going to be Jallah criticizing the 16 about his Pop Smoke Killer interview that he received backlash for, and Jallah is going to participate in the backlash. Look at this.
A conversation, man, like last night, man, with an OG man that I really respect, right? And he sent me this and said, yo, Flakko, go back to the interview that like No Jumper did, right? And just tell me anything, positive, not positive, impactful. Just tell me anything that you can take away from that interview. And I came back and said, I don't have nothing. And he said, that's my point, right?
Wow, so Jallah says that the Pop Smoke Killer interview was a pointless piece of shit interview. And remember, the 16 is very proud of this interview. He's extremely proud of himself for this interview. So this is a shot, guys. This isn't light. This isn't petty. I'm telling you, this is Jallah. I've never seen. Usually, you guys know this. Jallah would make up some video, putting some crazy spin on how great the interview was. So for Jallah to sit here and say that he couldn't find one thing to take away from this interview, I find that to be an actual straight up diss against Adam16.
And I came back and said, I don't have nothing. And he said, that's my point, right? You see, like folks love to compare in this interview to the Keefy D shit, and I did too.
Yeah,
but
that's a
right
genuine comparison.
Sure, but though,
look at this Jallah. Look at this human person. He's trying to like come off like he's like really embattled or whatever you call it. He's just really conflicted with all of this. You know, he's just so concerned about the effect of the. He doesn't give a fuck about any of this shit. He's just trying to put on a show to get people to like him and say, Flakko's a real one, man. He's sticking up. This is weird. And I think it's because of the fat jokes. This is the day after, guys. The day after Adam16 started to shade Jallah for the ODM Slim beef. This is the next day. It's too convenient, it's too coincidental for it to be an actual coincidence. So this next clip is going to show Adam16 fucking just destroying Flakko, and Brick Baby 2. Brick Baby is going to be making fun of him as well. Lush is the only one who pussies out, and I want to show you this clip immediately.
I feel like ODM Slim would be able to dominate Flakko because I feel like he's got such longer reach, and I feel like he's a lot more nimble, and I feel like if Slim even gives him like 3 minutes of sort of like dancing around and like shadow boxing with him,
not even that,
he gonna tire his ass out bad. It's the MJTV method.
That's the MJ method for sure.
Yeah, Flock, I just watched you. Your footwork, bro, don't jump out too early. Go to a couple more boxing lessons first, bro. You gotta learn how to use them little
Flakko has
chicken drums you got.
Flakko has sheer strength.
For sure. If he harnesses that
strength means nothing.
I know.
It's a Rizab.
I watched Flakko just look like Baby D in Day Day.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, on Friday when Lady Ray chases Michael Epps around the car.
Right.
He like, and he threw the cookie at. That's what Flakko looked like when he was trying to what was his name? MJ?
Yeah.
He like the MJ keep running like this and juking him and shit. And Flakko like, stop running.
Yeah.
Stop running.
He was getting out of breath right away?
I don't know if he was getting out of breath, but he was wobbling.
Really?
He wasn't out of breath yet, but I would be difficult to sustain that type of energy for, yeah.
His legs don't allow him to move straight to the side like that. He got to kind of
I saw a picture.
Am I lying, Daddy?
I saw a picture of Flakko like with me like 2 years ago almost, and
Different guy.
I was just like, holy shit.
Completely different human being.
He's packed on a few pounds.
Oh, you're saying he's like
He's beefed up a little bit since back in the day.
Because to me, like,
Wow, so how fucked up is that? How evil and disgusting is that? The 16 is making fun of Jallah, talking about his fatness. Brick Baby's talking about his knees not working properly due to structural issues because of the mass associated with the knee. I thought this was insane. Why are they doing so is the 16, so this is the theory. The 16's trying to push Jallah out without actually kicking him out. And so I'm wondering if that's a possibility, but I just wanted this mentioned. And Jallah does himself zero favors when it comes to the fat stuff. I mean, look at him. He's got a bucket of almonds sitting next to him as he snacks along throughout the podcast. That's a problem. You can't have. So one of these containers is probably 1,000 calories. You're only supposed to eat like 5 almonds. You're not supposed to carry around an industrial-sized tote filled with almonds. That looks like a 16-ounce tub of almonds at 160 calories per ounce, putting that at approximately, what is that, like 2,000 calories? I mean, it's just insane. And he had the full tub at the beginning, and he's eaten about half of it. He's eaten about a full cup of almonds, at least. And this is just a snack to get him through to his main meals. Okay, this is just to keep his appetite down. Isn't that virtually insane to think about? I don't understand why he doesn't take some of that money he has and hire a nutritionist to help him with his diet. Because this is fucking insane. And what the fuck is that? What is this? What is Sharp doing here? I thought we got rid of Sharp. I thought Sharp separated from No Jumper. We saw the 16 allude to this earlier.
So you think we should just turn him into a co-host?
Why not? It's for the streets.
I don't know.
Come on, Adam.
We don't really even have that many co-hosts on here. We got Lush Brick, you, Flakko.
So you can't give him a chance?
So no mention of Sharp, and we haven't seen Sharp on No Jumper since the Sauce Walker interview that went terribly, that he was heavily shit on for sucking so bad as an interviewer. And we haven't seen him since, and a lot of people said that he got fired or that he separated himself from No Jumper, and now he's just doing his own thing. But now he's back. So what is it? So he's back as a guest? What? Sharp is a guest at No Jumper. What the fuck? So that's fucking pathetic. It wasn't Sharp. Sharp's career basically ended because of Damn Homie. And there's something sort of hilarious about a pimp getting his career turned inside out by a female that he crossed. Okay, so that's really something. That's what Sharp's pretty much going to be known for, I think, at this point. When he was simping over the phone, remember he was on the phone talking to her. They were probably doing phone sex. He was flying her out.
The sun ain't up, but I had to call ya, 'cause I'm home alone lusting for ya. I'm in my room, nothing but a towel on. Take them granny panties off, put a thong on. I love it when I hear you moan. You got the sexy tone that makes the dick long. You in a complete nut, the city when the fam line, but nothing but a baby T on. You're the type of girl that's sexy in some boxer shorts. I'm the type of player to make you ride it like a Porsche. Yeah, I met you on MySpace. Now I'm about to fly you out to my place in the morning.
It's 5 in the morning. I'm talking. And so Sharp's fucked. And so, Damn Homie really screwed him over, really just destroyed his career. Okay. And so I want to get back to Jallah. So this is pretty much what I've shown you thus far is pretty much what is going on. Is this not compelling? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. But I just wanted you guys to hear Jallah's one last thing I wanted you to hear from him. I think he's addressing me.
And to all the other channels, man, who 99.9% of their content is about Flakko, I wish y'all the best. Because, again, if hating is how you pay your bills, man, then, hey, feel me? You feel me? Then I'll be it,
I will. Thank you so much. And so Jallah invites anyone to make any type of video about him, and I think that's actually pretty cool. So I will do that. And that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Let me know what's going on, what you guys think. Is Jallah defecting? Will Jallah turn on the 16? Will he leave No Jumper shortly? I can't wait to find out, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video.